All right, well, Hilton in KwaZulu-Natal is currently on high alert, and this as South Africa's very first case of the coronavirus is believed to be from the area. Now, Cohen House Preparatory School has responded by closing its doors, and teams are on the ground now tracing those who had contact with the infected person, which was a 38-year-old man. My colleague Spamandla Koke is there and joins me now for the latest. Now, Spamandla, when we last spoke, the meeting that was meant to take place between the Department of Health as well as the school hadn't taken place, but has it now?
It's underway as we speak. 5 minutes ago, I was inside the school there. That meeting, as we speak, is underway. The Health Minister, Dr. Kize, is in there. Health MEC in KwaZulu-Natal, Nomakuku Smelane Zulu, with her counterpart in education, that is Gwazi Mshengu. They are in there discussing with the parents, teachers, and members of this small community of Hilton. The suburb of Hilton is very exclusive between Howick and Pietermaritzburg. Many parents are inside that meeting because they are concerned. We are in Hilton simply because the only patient in South Africa who has tested positive is said to be from this area of Hilton. He was in Italy, came back to the country, and then he tested positive days after his return from that international trip. 2 of his children attend school here at Cohen. They have been on self-isolation. They have not tested positive as we speak as of now. We'll be getting more information from Dr. Kize, but the agenda of the meeting is about health authorities assuring parents, teachers, and the community of Hilton that they've got the situation under control. When I left that meeting, which the media is not allowed to sit in and listen, we're given just few minutes to come and just observe what's happening. When I left there, the minister was taking to the podium to address the parents, basically telling them that he is here to assure them that the situation is being taken care of. It's under control, no need to panic. Basically, we will be getting more information from him afterwards, because earlier on I saw parents coming in here to fetch their children ever since the school issued that communique that there will be no activities today. Extracurricular activities have been cancelled as well. There is no schooling today because the man who has tested positive is from this area.
Yeah, and Spamandla, I understand that you also spoke to officials from Cohen School. Just give us context in terms of what they had to say.
They say they had to close the school as a precautionary measure, simply because after they received the confirmation from the National Institute of Communicable Diseases, then they decided to close the school so that everyone will feel that they are safe. Bear in mind that 2 of the children of the said patient attend school here. We have not been able to verify whether they did come to school after their father returned from that trip to Italy. We tried to ask the school's authorities earlier on. They said they will not be able to give out more information. We hope that at 2 o'clock, when Minister Kize speaks to us, he will be able to shed more light on that one. But earlier on, Andrew Barnes, who is the chairperson of the board of this school, told me that they decided to close the school because they wanted parents to feel that their children are safe. They didn't want people to panic ever since it's been confirmed that the said patient is also a parent who's got kids here. So basically that's what they are saying. They say they understand that people will be concerned, but there is no need for panic at this stage because it's just one isolated case. Authorities in the country, including the president, say the situation is under control. But we'll have to ask more parents after this meeting, what do they make of the decision to close the school and their engagement with the minister.
Now, and speaking of course, that engagement, let's just listen in on Mr. Barnes.
An element of fear is all over the world at present. But things need to be dealt with carefully, cautiously, and effectively. And when children are involved, that is incredibly important. And as responsible citizens, that's what we are doing. And without doubt, the bit that I've involved with government on the educational side and the health side, they have been incredibly supportive with regards to this incident.
And suppose, I mean, as journalists right now, colleague, we have, a media responsibility to ensure that factual information is disseminated around the coronavirus. I'm sure you've seen those hashtags trending on social media, hashtag coronavirus KZN. We've also heard from the Premier, just, of course, trying to assure everyone cancelling their flights to KZN at this moment, that the situation is under control. So just please give us more clarity very briefly in terms of how people, or rather what the government is saying, in terms of how South Africans can just keep alert and remain calm.
They say everyone should not panic at this stage. Earlier on, I spoke to some of the authorities at the Department of Health. I was asking around because there is a lot of misinformation. There have been reports that have been circulating about unconfirmed reports. So we've been trying to get more information and clarity. And health authorities are saying, listen, if and when there is any development, we will let the people of KwaZulu-Natal know. We will let the people of South Africa know as soon as possible, because also authorities are trying to counter this misinformation. So they've devised a strategy according to them. If there is any new development, they will just communicate straight away. The National Institute for Communicable Diseases will just confirm whatever needs to be confirmed, and then they will brief people straight away. Let me add that as we speak, a team of tracers is in and around Hilton and somewhere in Pietermaritzburg, KwaZulu-Natal, trying to track down those who may have come into contact with the said patient.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that. That was our reporter, Pamantla Koke from KZN.